everyone, Julie is here. I'm glad to see you on my channel Europe through the eyes of Russian, and the theme of today's video will be my first house in Ireland. Continuation, part number 3. Let's begin. I'm glad to welcome you on the trilogy of this topic. In previous part, we speak about the description of the house and also about characteristic the owner. And I think no less confession, so see if you missed. As I promised, in this release will the cherry on the cake, but we will start from the position outside. The position outside or what happening on the side. The garden quickly overgrown and the owner didn't want to do anything, and one day our dog picked it up a tick. In the fact that Ireland famous of absence mosquitoes and mites and etc. Now they are here, and some other mutant from which my spouse saved me. What about garbage? Garbage kindly thrown by neighbors in the form of cigarette butt to diapers. Yeah, but about neighbors a little later. And also garbage from the rubbish bins, which decayed and decomposed when they thought that everything was empty. You remember often I talk about surprises. This part have to. But first of all I want to ask you, do you like global parties such as electric picnic? I know about your answer, but what about us? We not. Well, just to see in the backyard 1,000 dirt benches from the electric picnic, most of which stand by vomit. Sorry for details, but it's really not comme il faut. Which washed only from the rains and exposed again in the next year. And by the way, here is advice for you. Stay away from them. Hang out better in tents or using your personal outside furniture. Parcels. Parcels were left a couple of times outside the door, and that no one stole. It's really miracle. Why? Understand later. Guys, if I knew that I wanted to lead the channel, I probably would have a shot of a series in the style of horror. And I say not about bloody, I say about household in this house. In the position outside and inside, of course. Separately, I want to note about neighbors who on the first day to stole about our open car my collectible coins from the UK. By the way, writing in the comments who collects what. Are you among same leprechauns like me? Well, what happened with us, I say about steal, does not meet to Irish standard of living. Since they don't close the door, don't put the car on the alarm, and etc. When we understand that must be alert. The neighbors had a dog, how to say it, skeletons and bones and bites. Climbed the garbage dumps, went for a walk with us, we fed, and even our dog usually reaction harshly unfriendly to another animals, didn't react, felt awake creature. Well, neighbor's dog all the time ran away driveways. We were not owners. Anyway, dogs need discipline because cars abruptly on the brakes, and most of people didn't understand why we not control this dog. But guys, it's not our dog, only owners responsible, not we. And interesting that before dog races, dog seemed to get better, and how you understand after worst. And of course we tried to find out about service in the style Greenpeace local, but somehow unavailable. Oh, and by the end of our stay in this house we hadn't seen this dog. In general, I want to say that dog, if you see it, that hello to you and they hope you in another family. Well, now the cherry on the cake. Our neighbors were travelers. Oh, which freely could visit the site, of course, with permission of our friendliness landlord. Look into the house, look into our car, benefit and the alarm on car is and is not Irish. It was really huge plus for us. Well, in this crazy rush, my spouse even didn't think about the fact of such household, because the most important was that house was found. Plus noodles on the ear of the owner of the house that is calm and quiet place after 6 p.m. Silence. Silence me nosy. A few facts from the life of travelers. 1 people come into the house a while, comes out 5 people. They sit on the employment benefits, which are inherited being citizen of Ireland. Example of these benefits. They don't pay for a social house. They even rent areas. And of course, they don't work anywhere, but drive an expensive, good cars and dressed in branded clothes. How can they afford it? Right, hobbies, robberies, small to art and trade. What is the toilet? They don't know. Toilet without living at the house of wealth. Their custom is to kill the raven ups and down above the gate so that other birds in the rubbish bins do not stare. All the time screams. And also they can track your time departure or arrival for their purpose. There are meetings where they begin to make more noise and measures against each other. Garda often comes and monitors them, and sometimes Garda can knock on you and claim that you're hiding someone. Oh, with pleasure, will walk chicken on your garden and peeping, what the funny word, peeping through the windows and doors. And neighbors can knock and ask, for example, cigarettes. Oh, and of course they're scared if they see the kind of sport pumping up booty which can beat them. It was plus for us, but I know that all people are different. They can easily get to someone less, so to speak, because they're looking for the weak. As the conscience of such neighborhood, the mouses. I didn't even look to picture to insert here because it's disgusting for me, and I think that's more disgusting thing that they in every house. Upon moving to another house, they not disappear, and yes, we of course using ultrasound this model. Well, in general, I'm not using to this nightmare, and I'm not going to. But if in another house they called, for example, defector of jogging, what about this house? As you understand, they had own land, county in all the boroughs, and this amazing is so unlike others' house. And also was interesting moment because in one place there was always a fresh corpse. Slugs. I once say that locals don't bothering with cleaning, and so if you leave the sponge in the sink, well, wait, it has to say about slugs creators. Well, and the worst thing how I think is that also caused by humidity, which is enough in Ireland. They even can be in the front doors and he's handless. Ooh. And what about bathroom? In the bathroom, wood lies. Stop. You know, guys, I don't want to speak about this theme. Well, move on. With such neighbors, we had doors locked strong, especially in the bedroom, of course. After how I understood that landlord friendly interacted to these people, our neighbors, forbade to cling to us. It's a very strange situation. Guys, I'm really lived better in Russia and I thought different about the West. And the point is not that we got such a house, because so many similar factors in our house, each has its own jokes. Somewhere less, somewhere else. And of course there is a small person who are lucky, and I want to say enjoy your position. But I want to say the most important information, that be on lookout, study position outside and position inside. Find out who the neighbors, see for yourself. Ask if you don't understand something, and please don't wave on it by hand, like this. And very well think where it's worth it. Well, I said so much, but I have got a lot of stuff to talk about. Subscribe to my channel, push the button if you like this video, and mark the bell in order not to miss. See you in the next thematic video.